So guys, right now I'm going to enter the Australian Pavilion. It's just right behind me. If you can see, there it is. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like from inside. The roof is inspired by the white fluffy clouds that are synonymous with the Australian skylines.
Did you know that Australia is home?
On entering the Australian Pavilion, the route takes you to a neon-lit corridor with visual installations of migrants. The moving exhibition inside is installed with screen on either sides, with lads of all ages, young and old, describing their arrival in Australia. They share their areas of interest within Australia that can be captured if you ever plan on a visit.
With some grey dots under their eyes, and magnificent red and white silk.
Its bill and webbed feet are like a duck's. Its body is like an otter's, and its tail is like a beaver's.
You know, my favourite place in Australia would probably be Kakadu National Park. It's really amazing because of all the different animals and environments there. It's a lot of fun to see all the different things in space.
I want to help prevent climate change so that generations after us can see the natural world as it should be. All of us can help make a difference. We just have to be aware of our carbon footprint and the impact on the earth.
Blue sky dreaming.
Moving on to the next room, it takes you to a journey under the guidance of stars. We all know that the outer space is looked upon for guidance, but here you discover how the First Nations people harness the beauty of our stars through astronomy, creating the phenomenal Dreamtime stories that have been told over tens of thousands of years through songs, dances, and oral tradition. The pavilion's centerpiece is the Star Dreaming Gallery, essentially a planetarium illustrating how Australia's indigenous communities were amongst the world's first astronomers. Through the observance of their surroundings, they made accurate measurements of stars, galaxies, and the changing of the seasons.
trust Australians. The stars hold the knowledge. Since the beginning of time, the skies have guided us and determined our seasonal activities across our 6-season country. First Nation Australians are the original astronomers. Our people observed the stars, the position of the sun and moon. The dark clouds of our Milky Way manifest a huge emu in the sky. Directly overhead in August, it's time to go collect emu eggs. The songs sung across the country are known as songlines, and the stories told cover vast lands. This depth of understanding ensured our survival, predicted harvest, travel, and hunting times. Songlines contain the wisdom of the country. It's our memory mapping, and the songline trade routes are as diverse as the landscape, waterways, and are mirrored in the sky. The universal interconnectedness in Aboriginal culture reinforces our understanding that we are all interrelated to each other and the environment. While we all look up to the same constellations, there are many different stories from the north to the south and west to the east. Everything is written twice, on the ground and in the sky. As we read the land, we look to the sky and watch for the seasonal constellations. When we navigate, the stars guide us at night. Through the day, stone arrangements and carved markers remind us of the stars. The Pleiades star cluster, known across Australia as the Seven Sisters. There are many similarities across the different language groups of the Central Desert about this epic dreaming story. Further west and to the east, the story shifts, and in some areas, it's the age-old story about unrequited, forbidden love. The moral of the Seven Sisters story echoes across the country, reminding us all of the value of women and ensuring morality. Sky knowledge includes the practical and the spiritual. It is handed down from one generation to next through kinship systems, lore, story, songs, ceremonies, rock art, carvings, and paintings. The Milky Way is seen as the rivers to the heavens by many groups. The Yolngu people of northeast Arnhem Land, when they pass away, they travel to the spirit world in the heavens. And along the Milky Way, you can see their campfires burning. The family witness a shooting star that tells them their loved one has arrived safely. For the seafaring Torres Strait Island people, knowledge of the stars guides these master mariners on epic journeys. The oldest living culture and their star stories can teach us all how the universe functions, from the ancient ceremonies to new technology. The wisdom past shows us solace and contentment and a peace with how small but vital we are with the role we play, reminding us each season to nurture and protect our lands. For Kamilaroi peoples in the east, the Milky Way is called Wadamul, meaning river, the place where everything once was, until the universe was turned upside down, and now Wadamul is the Milky Way that mirrors places on Earth. No matter
matter how far we see, we are still all under one sky, shaped by a distinctive environment with shared values. We are all now shaped by and share the stewardship and caring for the lands, sea and sky. Para Mubiru, para Buari, Moro. Yesterday's stars, tomorrow's path.
The next room takes you to what's called as a nod to the future. Come and say hi and meet with Anika as she takes you on a journey through 60,000 years of Australian cultures and diverse landscapes. The pavilion's final showcase, Anika's Journey, a multimedia exhibition following a young girl as she takes us through Australia's various efforts to build a sustainable future by looking after its environment.
The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef and the only living organism that you can see from space. Can you see the underwater robot spreading fertile eggs over the coral? This will help the reef grow. Australia is surrounded by sea. Our country is rich in natural beauty. We have lots of unique wildlife. Native wildflowers are found all over my country. We need to produce enough food for the future. Professor Pablo is studying why bee numbers are declining. Wow, this beehive is amazing. Look, he puts little computer chips on their backs and tracks them.
Australia's future is full of infinitive opportunities. Join in as they celebrate diversity, creativity, and innovation set against Australia's ever-changing landscape. Through Australian ingenuity and collaboration, they are working towards a brighter future for all. Some of the featured conservation initiatives, from the Great Barrier Reef to the mountainous terrain of Catherine Gorge in the exterior region of the Northern Territory, echo some of the work done by the authorities in the UAE, from Al Hafia Mountain Conservation Centre in Sharjah to Abu Dhabi Jubail's Mangrove Park.
This is the best place on earth to listen to the night sky. Australian astronomers are working with scientists around the globe to build the world's largest radio telescope.
They also mention on Australia's ongoing efforts to build the world's largest radio telescope in the country's West also complements the UAE's recent success with the Mars mission. There's so much more to Australia than just beaches, animals, and sport. Australian Commissioner General at Expo 2020, Justin McGowan, said visitors would be able to represent their countries and compete at the custom-made Aussie Sports Park on the site. Australia's theme for the pavilion this year is dedicated more towards sports and fitness. Sports is a key part of Australia's identity, and this is what they wanted to share with the world.
Human cell growth occurs, and the body absorbs the framework, filling a hole that was once there. There's my brother Seth. He is going to be an amazing marine biologist. See you soon. My future is up to me. Thanks for coming.
Hi.
Hello, would you like to try the best on information?
Get some water bottles, vegan chocolates.
Be entertained, dine, and relax. The Australian forecourt is an open and welcoming space for visitors to relax, enjoy live entertainment, and indulge in Australia's creative cuisine. Enjoy popular Australian delicacies at the Aussie Local Grill, Aussie Local Bar, and Melbourne Lane Cafe. If you're lucky, you may also come across and meet with the pavilion mascots Wattle and Jolly. So guys, if you have enjoyed watching my video as much as I enjoyed exploring the Australian Pavilion, what are you waiting for? Do hit the thumbs like button, share and subscribe for more. Until then, catch you on the flip side. Bye!